Today we are cooking Palak Paneer Pulao. It's a complete invention based on my sister's recipe. She made Palak Pulao the other day. So I thought of making a deconstructed Palak Paneer with rice and a Pulao with it. So the ingredients, quick run of the ingredients. That's Palak, fine washed, dried and then finely chopped. That's 2 cups of rice. The same cup used to measure the rice, I have kept 1 cup of cream, fresh cream. So sugar, salt, garam masala, that's green cardamom, cloves, tej patta or bay leaves, cinnamon, star anise. This is optional. If you have it, great. If not, that's fine. Some javitri and jaffrol, that's nutmeg and actually I've forgotten what's it called in English, what this one is called. Then in addition, I have garlic paste, paneer obviously, onions finely sliced, some oil, ghee and jeera powder. So let me start the process of making the Palak Paneer Pulao, and I hope it turns out good and you all like it as much as I like it at the end of the day. Start making the pulao now. I'm using a pressure cooker vessel to make the pulao. You don't need to use this. You can use any other kadhai or pan of your choice. I'm not going to pressure cook it. I'm just using this. So I've added oil and some ghee to this. The proportion is about 1/3 oil and 2/3 ghee. You can change it or you can make it completely in ghee. It's totally up to you. So I've added the ghee and waiting for the oil to heat up a little, and then I'm going to add some sugar. And see, it's not hot yet, and once it gets warm, it will start caramelizing, and then I'll add all the khara masalas to it, and after that I will add the onions. Now the oil is hot. I've added the bay leaves. I'm adding the cinnamon, the star anise, the javitri, the cloves, the green cardamom, nutmeg. I'm not adding it now because I'm going to grate it. I'm going to do that at the end when I'm going to steam cook it and add the water to it. So I'm just waiting for the khada masalas to get aromatic, and then I'll add the onions. Next step, now I'm adding the onions. They're finely sliced. I am going to fry it until they are golden brown in color. And then the next step will be to add garlic to it. So now the onions are fried. You can see they have changed the color. So I'm going to add garlic paste to it, about two spoonsful. This is really just a deconstructed Palak Paneer, so everything that you would usually add to a Palak Paneer, I am adding that. I tend to skip ginger, so no ginger for me, no tomatoes for me. So all the masalas as we would make a Palak Paneer curry. So once this garlic is fried, sauteed a little, then I am going to add the jeera powder, and the green chili and the palak to it. Now I have added the jeera powder and the green chilies, and so proceeding to the next step, I'm going to add the spinach now. So I'm going to add slowly because spinach tends to shrink, so I'm going to wait for this to cook down a little and then add the remaining spinach to it. So the trick is, I actually washed and drained the palak or the spinach in the morning, and then finally chopped it in the evening. And you see, because most of the water has been drained over the last few hours, this is not releasing as much water as usually freshly cut and washed spinach would. So that's a trick you can use for
any kind of cooking in future if you need to dry fry the spinach. Now for usually palak paneer you would make a smooth paste of the palak, but in this case I have just used a chop because a paste of palak would have made the whole pulao green, and my son hates to eat anything green in color like that. So I have to think of him every time I'm cooking. I'm cooking for some time and the garlic, and the next step I will add the paneer to it. This is a normal the dairy paneer. You can use fresh paneer if you have. No issues with that. This is getting fried. I am going to quickly give a wash to the rice and drain the water. I have not soaked the rice, as you will notice, because soaking the rice complicates the water measurement process when I'm making a pulao. So I'm going to wash it, drain it and use it immediately in the cooking. The palak has wilted properly and it is cooked. So now I'm going to add the rice to the palak. It's just freshly washed, as I was mentioning, and I'm going to just add the rice like this, and high flame, and just cook the rice little, fry it in this paneer masala, and then I will add the remaining ingredients, that is salt and cream and water. As my last step to it, I need to add water and the cream and then put this on the steam. So the measurement process rule goes, for the number of cups of rice, you add double the quantity of water. So for 2 cups of rice that I had measured, I'm going to use the same cup to add double the quantity of liquid. Now in this case, for 2 cups of rice, I should add 4 cups of water. So instead of adding 4 cups of water, I am going to add 1 cup of cream and not full 3 cups of water, but 2.5 cups of water. The only reason being spinach releases water, and that water is going to be added in the cooking process. So I don't want my pulao to be soggy. I want it to be absolutely dry, and every rice should be separated from each other. If you don't want to use cream, you can use milk. The whole thing will be lighter in taste, as a lighter dish in all totality. The reason I'm using cream is because I had it and I wanted to get that creamy palak paneer flavor in my pulao. I've added salt to it and see how it looks. The final ingredient that I need to add to this is the nutmeg. I'll grate a little bit of nutmeg on this, about a pinch, and then cover it with the plate, and come back to it in about 15 minutes time to check whether it's cooked. The nutmeg to it, and I have put the flame on medium to low, and I'm covering it, and as I said, I'll come back to it in 15 minutes time to check whether it's done. Now it's ready. It's been 20 minutes it was cooking and all the water has been evaporated, and you can see this is ready, so I can serve my son right now. So here is my palak paneer pulao served with some fresh yogurt, green chilies. I'm skipping onions, but you can have some onions. Enjoy some dinner.